adults, when kids correct them or speak, feel some type of way. This is not unique to a black, white, or white, black. Okay. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm sorry that you took it that way. But I remember when I was growing up, my grandparents and parents said, hey, kids, stay in your place. Adults are speaking. That's all. I don't know. Maybe that didn't happen where you were from in Orlando, Florida. But where I grew up, when I grew up, kids did not correct adults. So I apologize if you thought it came off as combative.
No problem.
Oh, it was combative. It was combative as fuck. But that wasn't the worst part. The worst part was you didn't even hear what the hell she was saying. She was not in a situation where she was with her parents or her grandparents. She was correcting a racist white teacher in a classroom who was promoting false narratives about history. Nigga? Let me back up because I like Shannon Sharp. I enjoy his interviews and I'm glad he's having this conversation with Amanda Seales because it's about time someone had a conversation with Amanda Seales. She deserves to be heard. But the fact that he shut her down this early in the interview and with this comment pisses me off. Black men are so dismissive of black women, and with her already telling you that she just found out she's on the spectrum, when she shut down and got silent, I recognized it. I recognized it right away. She realized she wasn't defeated, but she realized in that moment there's no point in arguing with this man who isn't even trying to hear my heart or my experience. What also surprises me is that he grew up in the South. I don't know how well he did in school. You have to let us know, Shannon. But for those of us who paid attention in class and were actually listening and who were learning and enjoyed the act of learning, we know, and who read a lot, we know when the teacher is presenting false information. We also know that these teachers are racist and they present their own bias without studying. These aren't facts that they're passing on. And we also know that if we don't nip this in the bud, she's going to perpetuate that lie to this class, the next class, the class after that, generations of children before she retires. And that is unacceptable. I identify with Amanda and what she did in school because I had to do the same thing. Stand up if you had to do the same thing. There's a video where I talk about a teacher who made me do an assignment, who was trying to make me do an assignment, writing about how my life would have been in the 19th century. I told her I would have been a slave in the 19th century. Do you expect me to write about that? It wasn't disrespectful. It was an honest question because in that moment, I had enough sense to know that I was being discriminated against. Amanda had enough sense to know that that teacher was perpetuating racism in the classroom. I don't give a fuck if she was 3. I don't give a fuck how old that teacher was. If it's wrong, even if it comes out of the mouth of a babe. Black people, black families have got to stop stomping on children and their will, because they deem it inappropriate or they deem it disrespectful. Just because a child is telling you what he or she wants, what he or she desires, is not disrespect. Mom, I don't want chicken tonight, isn't disrespectful. All the mother has to say is, well, that's what we're eating. Maybe tomorrow we can have something different. Let mommy know what you'd like to eat, and we'll see if we can work it into the menu. It's called conversation and communication, and black families in America need to work on that shit. Let me also add that I commend Amanda's mother, like I commend my mother, for having my back when I spoke up on behalf of myself and other black students and other students of color in that classroom who weren't going to be taking that racist assignment from my teacher. I applaud Amanda's mother for supporting her and standing up to the teachers, the administration, just like my mother stood up to the teachers and administration when I went to school. I really hope this interview turns around by the time I get to the end of it, because right now, I am really losing patience with Shannon Sharp. Because we still ain't forgot about that busted ass outfit you Let's continue. I'll be back.